Good everybody. Final live before the maths exam. People don't send a lot of questions. I feel I probably have enough questions for the rest of the night already. I'm inbox them with questions. So I'll be requested questions tonight. I'll be trying to pick out the hardest questions, and I'll also be looking here to see like what topics you're interested in. So this is the first question I saw. A line L is parallel to the line this. Can you tell me the method to figure out this question? To figure out this question, you should understand that parallel lines have equal gradients. So M1, M2. It's a little noisy setting because my children are outside right now and they'll go in a little bit. And also remember, I tell you, I live in close to a Baptist church and them is real put up noise in me on a Sunday evening. So all you can hear a little drum beating and people screaming and things, don't get frightened. That's how things is go here. Good night Pascal, Nigel, Studio Game, Kaylin, Farnaz, Joseph, George, Kimmy, Shemaine, Cassidy, what's up? If I see some more familiar names, I'll put some more. We are in the end game now, King Raviera and Raviera, so we'll moderator duties for the while. Isha, what's up? Chelsea, what's up? Everything okay? We'll moderator duties for the while, because things can get wild inside this chat tonight. I just need plenty of people to be able to, you know, handle the scene. Shemaine, everything good? Yeah, you good? Tiana Adams, good night. Love and blessings to everybody out here. Nigel, Lawrence. Alright, the names starting to fly past now. So we'll be going at a little speed. Remember, this is not necessarily me teaching you the entire mathematics in a night, which will be impossible. But this is revision. So parallel lines have equal gradient. These are things that are tested in the multiple choice. Perpendicular lines, the gradients, if you have M1, M2, the gradients related by this. M2 is always equal to negative 1 over M1. Alright? M2 is always equal to negative 1 over M1, meaning the gradient related by the negative reciprocal. That's the kind of relationship we have between the gradients here. Don't forget to close the live chat, press like on the video, open back up the live chat. Maybe we could cross the 2000 mark tonight. So in this situation we have M1, we have M2. Parallel lines, they should be equal to each other. So what we need to do is get this in the general form of the equation of a line. You should also recall that the general form of the equation of the line is y is equal to mx plus c. This is the form where you could immediately pull out the coefficient, meaning the number in front of x will be the gradient. The number that stands by itself will be the y-intercept. All of these things are tested in your multiple choice. You should know these things. So if you cannot tell people to stop typing, the live chat will always go on. Live chat can have a million texts in it, just no spamming. If you're spamming, you will get X stuff. If the text is disturbing you, you can just turn off the live chat. The live chat is vibes too, and the live chat is actually helping to remember things. You'll realize that soon. Y is equal to mx plus c, so m is the gradient and c is the y-intercept. So we want to switch this equation here into the general form. So to be able to pick out the gradient now, when you switch it into that form, we get the gradient, so therefore we know the gradient of the line that's parallel must be equal to it as well. So rearranging this by bringing across, the first thing I want to bring across is this 2x, but it will turn to negative. Now keep in mind this negative in front of this 5 should remain there. And then I'll bring across the 8 like this. Then I'll bring across the 5. Notice the 5 goes with this negative this time. So in the end I end up with 2/5. Because negative 2 and negative 5 is the same as 2/5. The negative will cancel. And the gradient of that line remains as 2/5 because they are parallel. So that's how you do that question. Alright, so let's be going in my inbox. If I miss your question in the inbox, remember, I literally have over 1,000 messages in my inbox right now because students always send in questions right before exam. All students in a class play Scrabble or checkers. Keep in mind, if your question, don't send no CSEC paper for me to do it. Just send in questions. Scrabble or checkers. 36% of the students play Scrabble and 48% of the students play checkers only. So 36% play Scrabble only and 40% play checkers only. Other people mentioning in stories, big up yourself. Brongil Exara.jess, shout out. Enrique, big up yourself. Ting. I'll shout out all the people who think just now. Scrabble or checkers, boy. Let me go back to that. What percentage of students play both games? You hear a Kerwin cartoon and thing in the background? What percentage of students play both games? Hey, 1,200 when you dance. Let's see if you can make that. Let's see if you can make it 2,000. So 36% play Scrabble only, 48% play checkers only. What percentage of students play both games? So this is a sets question. 36% play Scrabble, 48% play checkers only. So this is Scrabble only, so that 36 going there, and 48% play checkers only. And all students in the class play Scrabble or checkers or both. So the remaining, or they asking what percentage of students play both games? You just need to add up and subtract. Answer is B, 16. So you add up and subtract from 100B. Simple question, right? These questions can come a little much trickier than this, where they don't say only. And we did one like that yesterday. Alright, let's try this question. Alright, that's the question I just looked at. When I do your question, I will just accept and like your question or something like that. Alright, someone sent in a vector question. Maybe I should use I'll switch over to my WhatsApp soon, right? So that's this number here. Questions are sent in there. But don't send it in yet. I'll tell you when to send in the questions here. That way I can shout out the country the question coming from. So modulus is equal to 10, angle is equal to 45, OA is equal to 30, OB is equal to 85. Modulus of AB and the angle. Where does question come from? AB makes with the horizontal. I find this question a little rough for CSEC. With the x-axis, sorry. With the x-axis horizontal, same thing. X-axis respectively. We had a nice session today with the pure math students. So the modulus and the angle. Four answers, A, B, C, D. A little long to write out, but we are doing requested questions and I'm frightened to copy questions because I don't know where I get the questions from for sure. 90 degrees, 45 degrees, 30 degrees, 45 degrees. A, B, C, D. So, can you answer this question? Some people may be bored with this question. What is that? RIP, nervous. Yeah, this question a little outdated. That's not a CSEC question. Technically, yes, this question can come for CSEC. So, Mim gang, you come through red brutal little question, neighbor. When you will do this question, come for CSEC, right? Not my CSEC. Well, definitely you're supposed to be able to find the modulus. Modulus of AB and the angle AB makes to the horizontal. So definitely you can find modulus. So you should know to find the modulus. So modulus, so this is the modulus. The modulus, not a very strong start. The modulus of AB. So AB, remember AB is equal to OB minus OA. So you can find out what AB is. Would this question come from CSEC? Nah. 8, 5, but the techniques you should know them one by one. Excuse. And 5, 5. So AB. So the modulus had to be the square root of 50. The reason I know that is because the modulus or the length of a vector is equal to the square root of x squared plus y squared. Anybody know this? Square root of x squared plus y squared, 5 squared plus 5 squared. I feel this person just send this question to text me. Not right after to text me. Not right after I come off of Pure Maths Live, bro. Right now, I fire on all cylinders. See how I drink a punch it? And the angle AB makes to the x-axis, y'all definitely would need to know that. Right? So, but it's a little simple. 5, 5. If it's 5 this way and 5 that way, right? That's the vector. If it goes 5 this way and 5 that way, it means that the angle it's making here must be 45 degrees. So the answer is C. Anybody who said C, you're really big in the dance. I know I see some people say C. Let me just back out of that question and check the next one now. Refresh. You have lots of questions and I can ease up my question now. No way I can see your question in the middle of this. Okay, some of them is tags. Nice. Big up to Singh who sent in this question. I notice people love to send in questions where I had a draw. Lord Father, this thing again. WAP Y X 0. So if A, B and C alright, this is easy. Are constants. This should be easy for you all. And A is greater than 0. The equation of the graph could be, and the options the students gave us was y is equal to ax squared plus c, y is equal to c minus ax squared, y is equal to c plus bx minus ax squared, y is equal to ax squared plus bx plus c. Which one are you feeling? Which one are you all feeling? This question borrows from the idea that the general form of a quadratic equation is ax squared plus bx plus c. Ax squared plus bx plus c. This is the general form of a quadratic equation. A, the b and the c are constants. If this is negative, the graph must look like this, maximum. If a is less than 0. If a is more than 0, graph must look like this. So see, now you have the graph looking like this and they already say that a is more than 0. You don't expect any funny business. The answer is just going to straight up D, D. Well done. Everybody who say D, 10 points. So let's move forward. We got to keep going fast. A is equal to 1, 3, negative 3, 3, 0, 5. B is equal to 3, 0, 2, 1, 0, 5. And they want to know what's the matrix product, AB. So we did something like this already, if not the same exact thing. You hear that drum beat in the background? Real peace. Real peace. is which one is the answer? So to do multiplication like this, keep in mind this is CSEC maths. So those who do more advanced stuff, this will not be that challenging to you. And I realize on my channel I have some people who do like pure maths, and so like when they see this pop up, they're like, where's this? I can't believe you're doing this. Wait until you see me whip all the SE answer to help SE students. You see me adding 1 and 1 and thing. 3, 0, negative 3, 5. Actually SE has come with something these days, you know? Don't underestimate the SE. SE is the entrance exam into secondary school for everybody saying A or B in Trinidad. Some people saying B as well. A as in avocado. Alright? Hey, where's this? All my admins, don't spend too much time Xing off people lying, and make sure you do your work too. That, row by column, lap. Alright, so all matrix multiplication is work is, alright, let's say I had a 2 by 2, and you have to multiply it by this, a 2 by 1. This row will go by this column, and this row will go by this column. So you'll end up with, and a color code it. You need to know it in case they switch it up on you now. The orange system will give you here, and the yellow system will give you here. So, but remember, like if you had a circle and you had a triangle here, and you had a square here and a dot there, you'll have to multiply the circle by the triangle and then the square by the dot. It slides along. I have a whole video explaining this without triangle and circle, and you can actually see the numbers. But for now I'm going to race through this one here. So you're expecting to get, this is a 2 by 3 and this is a 3 by 2. Since these two numbers are the same, multiplication can occur. There's a question in CSEC where they ask you, and multiplication can't occur on one. That's one of the answers. It can't occur. Matrix multiplication can't occur. The answer, however, is going to be a 2 by 2 matrix. So we're looking at 1 by 3, 3 by 2, negative 3 by 0, 0. That goes in the first spot. There are 1, 2, 3 more spots to fill. Why isn't it that if you understand what I'm doing here? So now you're being 3 by 3, 0 by 2, 5 by 0. So in the end you only end up with 9 here because 0 in the dance. Let's do this one time. The bottom one here will be the last row, last column to get this cell over here. So 3 by 1, 0, 5 by 5, 25 plus 3. We're looking at about 28. I added one time. I'm going to not do that for now. And this row here, we're looking at, actually, let's see who has 9. So this is out. And let's see who has 9 here as well. So this is out. So we can just take a look at this and see that it's supposed to be one of them saying 25 and one saying what's the question also? 3 by 0 by yikes, this was a 0. So 3 by, good thing I didn't do, we thought that I'd be like scared what happened in there. 3 by 0, so in the end you just end up with 25 here. So the answer is actually, well, both of them are 25 there, so we actually needed to use this one to figure it out. Understand what I'm doing? So 1 by 0 is 0, 3 by 1 is 3, and negative 3 by 5 is negative 15 plus, take away the 3 from it, so you end up with negative 12. A is the answer. Why is in the chat if you get that? A is the answer. And I will not spend too much time explaining that question because I have those style of questions well explained on YouTube. Next question. A loan of, this is from Jamaica, 8,000 was repaid in 24 monthly installments of 400. So a loan of 8,000, the rate of the interest on the loan. What's the rate of the interest? Alright, so the loan was 8,000, was repaid in 24 equal monthly payments of 500. So the rate of the interest on the loan. Anybody care to venture what they're going to do to find this question? Here are the answers. 5%, B, 8 and a third percent, C, 16 and a third percent, and D, 20%. Anybody feeling that vibes where this question is concerned? What we're going to do in this question, so the loan is 8,000, was repaid in, that was in 24 monthly installments of 400. The rate of the interest of the loan. So a kind of weird question. You need to kind of understand a lot of things to get this question. Everybody say D though. A, C is D is D is D. You get D running through the chat. Alright, so this is what I will do. The loan is 8,000. You paid it off in 24 by 400. 12 by 8, 96. So 9600. This is how much you end up paying. So the interest you paid is 1,600 more than the actual price, right? So this is like the principal or the loan you take out. You end up paying an amount of 9,600. So your interest is actually 1,600. And the interest is split evenly. You understand what I say? We should say the rate of the simple interest on the loan. This can be a little more complicated than just thinking 20%. But alright, let me see. So 1,600 paid back in 2 years. So that is 800 every year. 800 every year. Not getting the answer that you all are getting. $1,600 over 8,000 multiplied by 100. You're getting 20%, but I don't like that answer. I don't like that answer. The reason I don't like that answer is because it's supposed to work in the rate, it's supposed to work. Anyhow you take it, a question like this wouldn't come, this whoever sent this question, this is an ancient question, because they would not give you a question and not say put and more specify like that, or specify whether you're using simple interest or compound interest. There are too much variables in this question. The best answer to roll with here is D, but you get the interest and you get it over the principal and you will get out. But the rate of interest on the loan, rate per what? Per annum, per month, per 2 years? Yeah. Problems with that question? Whoever send that question, rebuke it. But what do you feel? Actually, I'm too sure if that question could pop still. Come back to that. A diner at a restaurant was advertised at $60. A dinner, sorry, at a restaurant was advertised at $60 for the dinner, plus 18% tax. These consumer arithmetic questions are a little vague. The total bill, what's the total bill? These are the options: 60, 70, 80, $78, 81, 60. So how long it will be? Until, oh, we are about 82,000 and we're going to cross the 2020 mark. Let me see. Don't forget to close the live chat and press like on the video, then bring back up the live chat. We can cross the 2020 for later there. Answers for this, 18%. The only reason these questions are consumer arithmetic annoying is because you actually need to do mathematics. Nobody wants to actually work out 18% of anything. Not even I want to do that. So 80% of 100, 18%, or you do 118%, or you can average and get the 20%, 1/5, 60 at 12, 18%. Will be a little less. So the answer is B, right? So I do a little average thing there. Instead of 18%, I use 20%. So 1/5 of 60 is 12. And you add it on, and yeah, this is your best answer there. Alright, next question. You're not stopping to explain too much things. Hopefully you're grasping everything here. I know a lot of people will be refreshed. People who not understanding at all, go back and check my videos where I take a little more time and go through each question. This person didn't send the whole question, so I can't see that, so that question is dead. And 500 to base 8 written in base 10. Where you get this question from hell from? Now this is one of the questions that are going to make the chat board. 5 times 8 to the power of 3. 5 times 8 to the power of 2. 5 times 8. 5 times 8 to the power of 0. Boy, you and color. So you change bases to base 10 again. So you divide by the base you're trying to change into. For example, like if it was base, you go 2 into that, keep breaking down all the way and then read it going back up the road. But it's interesting that there are 5 times 8 to the power of 3 though. No, that's if you're going from base 10 to 8. Okay. What's the answer for this? Loading. You hit the 2K, bless up, love and blessings. Hey, let me take a picture and, so I can tell my grandkids and things, boy. Never take a picture of the last year one. Alright. Why people saying B though? Is it B 0, 1, 2? Yes, B is the correct answer. Why is B correct answer when you're changing from the other base to the base? Remember, you had to do this table. I spent some time on this already, 500. So it'd be like 8 to the power of 0, 8 to the power of 1, 8 to the power of 2. So, and then you multiply all these things. This will be 0, this will be 0. This will be 5 times 8 to the power of 2. And you add up all of that, and that's the answer in base 10. So the answer is 5 times 8 to the power of 2. I like this question. Take note of this. Whoever come up with this question, already inside scoop over. This Jamaican person who sent me these questions is sending some beautiful questions. Send some more. Alright, just send the same question 3 times in a row. Take it back. Alright, people are starting to take in questions from here. I know I have a lot of unanswered questions on Instagram, but we got to live that life. Send the question to my WhatsApp. Phone is starting. Send your question to that WhatsApp number. Okay, send no more. Send no more. Send no more questions. Don't send no more questions. I'll leave my phone. Right. Trinidad from Laventil. I'm not calling any names of person who send me question, but I'm calling your region. And obviously it's a question to Joe. Don't send no more questions to the number of people have enough. If I start to run out, I'll let you know. 15 cm, 17 cm. What going there? This is the easiest of the easiest. A, 7, B, 8, C, 9, D, 12. Don't send no more questions. What is the name of the... Why is he doing that? What is the order of matrix Q? And then we have one big nasty matrix here, boy. 1, 12, 13, 2. I'll make him regret telling her to send questions here, boy. Right now my phone just vibrating in my hand right now. Channel. So what is the order of matrix Q? So the answer for this one is B. This is a special type of triangle. Memorize it. 8, 15, 17. Out of that, what's the order for this matrix? The order for this matrix here, by the way, this question came from Guyana. The order for this matrix is 3 by 4. You always count the rows first. 3 rows, 4 columns. Hey, I like it low down there. 3 by 4. So this is E. Next question. That's how this person sent 2 questions one time. And they don't be stingy, they send 1 question. 3 star 6 is equal to 12, 2 star 5 is equal to 9, then A star B will be equal to what? And A is 4 by B minus A. Now is a good time to say if you plan on doing pure maths. Stand by. In the middle of August I will be the same number. You'll WhatsApp this number and let me know. Now we go organize here. If you plan on doing over maths for some reason, join the class for next year. WhatsApp this number. If you haven't yet, close the live chat. Don't worry, the video ain't gonna disappear. Close the live chat, press like on the video, open back on the live chat, continue talking. The more people press like on the live chat, the better things will run. So 3 star 6 is equal to 12, 2 star 5 is equal to 9. So A star B is what really? This is one of the weirdest questions in CSEC in terms of you have to actually take the answers and test it into the question. So what answer you all feeling? I've seen a lot of these. You have to actually take the... So when you bring a question like this, you're going to take this and see if it works. Don't try to call me now. I will end up turning my phone on airplane mode and then I will get more messages. 4B minus A 4B minus A. Right, so what we substituted. So I had to put on this, just vibrating. Do not send any more questions. So if you're doing 3 star 9 and 2 star 5 equal 9, sorry, 3 star 6 is equal to 12 and 2 star 5 is equal to 9, and you want to know what A star B is, this is in the position of B, this is in the position of B. So you're just testing out each one of these and see which one actually works. Like so people said D, well let me go and test out D one time. So 2 by 3 plus 6, is that equal to 12? Yes, so it works. And also try this one. 2 by 2 plus 5, is that equal to 9? Yes, so it works. So therefore this is the answer. If you try with others, it wouldn't work. Meaning, let me just show you a quick one. Let me try B. So A squared minus B. So 3 squared minus B. minus 6. 3 squared minus 6. 9 squared minus 6 is not 12. So it failed this test. So you understand what's happening there. Next question. Not being stingy. Big up Jazzy from Guyana. I'm not saying I'm calling no names, but there's a nickname there. So 767, what country is that? 767, the house. The fraction of the circle. Wow, there are some really weird questions. This question looking like a nice end of term question, like 0. Excuse my circle. I have something to draw circles, you know. I have something for this. I don't know why I put the question number. So they're saying this is O, and this is 285 degrees, and you want this. The fraction of the circle which has been shaded is what? What fraction of the circle has been shaded? This is from 767. What country is that? Dominica in the place. B, C, D. 5 over 24, 8 over 24, 15 over 24, and 19 over 24. You'll do that question quickly. What you need to do is subtract from 360, find the missing angle here now. So it will end up being 15 plus 60 is 75. So the answer is 75 over 360. Simplified, and whichever is the answer. Somebody didn't subtract in the chat. 5 over 24 is the answer. A. Beautiful. Let's get the next one. Trinidad in the house. Why this looking like a question from the question banks? Okay then. I don't think it is. Question bank is my book. If you have the time, the only way to get this now is if you have a credit card and you could get PayPal on it. Don't call right now. I'm in the middle of a live. Five, 4. So, we want the figure above not drawn the scale consists of a triangle resting on a square of side 5 centimeters. The height of the triangle is 4 centimeters. What is the total area of the figure? Total area of the figure. You have to know the total area of the figure. It's a square, right? Zion catch yourself, you know. Everything in cm squared. So everything here in cm squared, right? 35. Alright, so 5 by 5 is 25. 4 by 5 is 20 divided by 2. Get 10. 10 and 25. 35 is the answer. Next question. That was from Trinidad. Big up yourself, right? Wait now, you sent an add maths question earlier too. Where is this? So you all, I'm going back from those who send questions, please. Don't send me a CXC papers, I repeat. Do not send me a CXC paper. Already do this question. The 3*6 Guyana, already do that question. Here comes Antigua. A circular hole with a diameter 6 centimeters, so that was written. Circular hole with a diameter 6 centimeters. Antigua in the house. This is Antigua. Yeah, Antigua. It's cut out of a circular piece of card. It's cut out of a circular card Wait now, you're trying to reach 250 out. It's cut out of a circular card with a diameter of 12 centimeters. Area of remaining card. This is a nice question. Area of remaining card. I'm trying to write remaining. I need to stretch. Say long too much really. Area of remaining card in centimeters squared is I'm trying to make my phone shut down. Let's go. If I dirt, I dirt. Alright, St. Vince. Alright, Antigua, that was you there. So circular hole with a diameter 6, cut out a circular piece of card with a diameter 12. The area of the remaining card in centimeters squared is what? Notice how the answer is given. It's a really weird one, people. It's a weird one. So let me work it out. Let me actually work out this one. You have a circular thing, you have that. You have this as 6. But the whole thing is actually 12. The big thing in all, 12. So the area of the remaining card in centimeters squared. Well, the area is always 2 pi r squared. So it's really 2 pi r squared, the big R, minus 2 pi r squared, the small r. So it's really 2 pi by 12 squared, which is 144, minus 2, you all understand what that is? 12 squared minus 2 pi, and the r squared here is the small one. So that's 6 squared. Keep in mind I'm not over explaining anything here. Why have 2 pi r squared? Just pi r squared. 2 pi r is the circumference of a circle. I know that was the kind of weird. Area of a circle, pi r squared. Circumference of a circle, 2 pi r. Don't make that mistake in the exam. So pi 12 to be squared. So this is 144 pi minus 36 pi. And out we're going to pop with 108 pi. Beautiful question, Antigua. Love and lessons. Let's see. Right now I'm like a radio host. This out of the question bank. I know it. Or if it or is a teacher copied that question out of my question bank. What is another name for a commutative frequency curve? And if you know, I see my question bank floating in all these strangest places. Cumulative frequency curve. If you want to get your hands on that book, just go on my website, kerwinspringer.com, and if you have a credit card connected to PayPal, you can buy it. Oh, drive, median. This is Antigua, again, mode, range. Or use diameter. Gasp. Wrong. Did I get this question from the question bank too? Because I remember doing this question in the question bank and doing it wrong on a live as well. Do I have time to check this? Antigua, this question come from question bank. Nearly get it, I nearly get it. I remember making up this question, putting it in the question bank, and then doing it wrong and alive. Can you imagine that? And I repeat the same focus. I repeat the same thing again today. So yeah, I'm not supposed to use the diameter. I actually supposed to use the radius. So you see, I may not have scored total in my maybe 6, 3. So 6 squared is actually 36 and 3 squared is actually 9. So what are we looking at, boy? 27 pi. Thanks chat, a lazy best. Now keep in mind, the only reason I did that was just to see who paying attention. Now that I know you're paying attention, you could go on. I do that every now and then to make sure everybody paying attention. Don't make that mistake with the radius and diameter, people. Alright. There you go. Other name for cumulative frequency curve? That. Ogive. Somebody roasted it and make a mistake. not students get frightened when teachers make mistakes. It's happened, people, it's happened. Slip of the mind, I working whole day. 27. I have never seen a question like this before. There we go. Are you taking this question now? I love it. So in the diagram above, ABC is an enlargement of triangle ADE such that AD over DB, taking this, they're telling you important things here, is equal to AE over EC. We talked about this last night or yesterday. Is equal to half. If the area of ABC is equal to 36, this is Antigua again. Antigua come out with the deadly questions tonight. ABC is equal to 36 cm squared. Then the area of this CSEC I'm going to ask you this Antigua. DEBC, they might ask you the area of the small triangle. But it's a little extra. But say what? The area of DEBC, in case this pop. DECB should be DECB. You always need to go in order. Is what? And these are your options. 18, 24, 27, 32. So we'll pull back. So how are we going to find this boy? They give me the ratio of how things going. A to D divided by this is not drawn to scale at all. Let's make it look a little more realistic for you. This question doing the most. Hey, sir, I'll never realize what's going on with this question. Some people saying A, some people saying D, some people saying B. I need to send this question on Instagram right now. I'm sending this question on Instagram. Doing this live now. Can you answer it? Yeah, from the USA, bless up USA. So what really going on in this question? Let me repeat. Because right now if you're jumping, you won't understand what we're trying to ask. You have a triangle and you know this ratio between the sides. Two triangles, this shape, right? The area of ABC is 36 cm squared. And you're trying to figure out what's the area of DECB. People saying Jesus, take the wheel kind of thing. Alright, so first things first, the area of this triangle ABC is 36. So the big triangle, this whole thing, is 36. We've got that. You should realize that this is not saying that this twice as big enough or half the length. It actually saying that AD over DB is 1/2. So it means like this is 1, and there are 2 more here. So the linear scale factor is actually 3. You understand? The linear scale factor here is 3. In other words, the big triangle is 3 times as large as the small triangle in terms of the sides. Now if you get the linear scale factor to be 3, the area scale factor will actually be 9. It's always squared times the linear factor. So if this went up 3 times, let me show you what I mean. If you had a square, this is tested in CSEC. This part is tested in CSEC. If you have a square, right, and the square is 10 is 16 centimeters is 4 centimeters squared. They use small numbers. So it's a 2 by 2 square. If I increase the length of a shape so that it actually increase times 3 in terms of the length, the area will actually be 9 times. Why is the area 9 times? Because you have to do it on the 2 dimension. So it will be 3 times 3. So you'll actually have 9 squares that you can fit inside here now. Similarly, if this went up 3 times in size, it means the area should go down 3 times in size because it's ABC. So the area of this tiny little triangle here is actually 12. Now that we know that, it's very easy to get to the answer. So if this is 12 and this is, the whole big thing is 36, the answer, they should be running into the answer now. The answer of this trapezium looking thing here, probably a trapezium here, trapezium is, so just move on, it's not coming to, it's 24, let me move on. I don't waste time. But you learn some important things that can be tested tomorrow day. Alright, let's see some questions on the inside. Or just mentions and stories. Why do we not check in messages? The 1,000,001 messages here. Antigua, that's enough for you, boy. Antigua, you're overdoing it. Antigua, you're overdoing it. I'm coming back to this Antigua person. Let me make note of whoever this is. I can't even find you back in the rush here. Alright, I'm going in order. If let's see the next few questions Antigua have, that would demotivate people. I just keep going with the normal questions. Alright. Let me make sure you crop the pictures properly. And I'm seeing this question here now. O 30 degrees L M N. In the figure above, this is a popular question, I think. L N M. So it's saying O is the center, not drawn to scale, blah 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 blah. What's the value of L N M? So yeah, this is a question that can come for CXE very easily. Very, very easily. Normally this bring it a little easier than this is actually give you the angle right there in the middle. Antigua, we need to ban Antigua from the chat for them questions. Alright. So make sure you know your circle geometry terms, especially this one. This is the one CXE loves to bring. So normally you don't put the angle here, they just put it here 30 degrees or whatever. And then you would know if this is 30 degrees, this had to be half, 15 degrees. But they didn't do that this time. They put 30 degrees right there. It means if this is 30 degrees, this is also 30 degrees. And both times 30 degrees is 60. So the remaining will have to be 120. If this is 120, the top here will have to be 60. The term just states that the angle at the center is twice the angle at the circumference. Or the angle at the circumference is half the angle at the center. So that's why everybody's saying C in the chat. Nice question, 473, where's that Grenada? Let me get the Caribbean area codes by 473 is Grenada. Beautiful. We need that. You bring back a kind of sense to the chat here, boy. Good. This is an important message. Noted. Alright, next person. Jamaica. Shan from Jamaica. Which of the following sets represents the function f of x is equal to x squared minus 1? Popular question like this. CSEC loves to bring questions like this. I hate to write questions like this because I write ones that are random numbers. Which following set represents the following set represents the function? Well done, Jamaica. As I was telling the pure maths class earlier, I feel like a radio host right now. People calling in from all over the Caribbean. Can you play some sets for me from CSEC? Some matrices? Antigua calling and bringing the worst song or some kind of crazy song. Antigua calling and bringing. 876, big up yourself. C, everybody saying C. So the best way to do this is just, this is a question where you need to plug and play. Where you're taking a 0, putting it inside here, and what work out. If you ask me, don't ask me to over explain. I'm not over explaining in this video, I'm just skimming. This is a refresher. If you're in a place where you don't understand something, you need to come out of this video and go on the other part of my channel and search up maybe, alright, I don't understand what you mean when you say vectors, go and look up that whole thing. Right? So this is not the video if you don't know nothing in maths. If you don't know nothing in maths and you're doing the exam tomorrow, you're playing the Nancy's, man. So, and 1 substituted into this will be 1 squared, so you get 0 as the answer, that's correct. 2 substituted into this, so 2 squared is 4, take away 1, 3. Remember, the way I always do things is how to go for greater good. So if I sacrifice all the time and I over explain one topic for 2 hours, the 2,400 people that hear, you really don't want to hear that. I just want to practice a whole heap of questions in a row, like a before exam thing. So I see people messaging and saying, so we need to go this topic a lot and thing, and can't do that. Sorry, excuse me to see their messages, but I can't. So 3 squared is 9, 9 take away 1 is 8, so this one indeed is the correct answer. Well done, Jamaica. Blessings. Are they bringing good things? Alright, let me go back to Trinidad now. Trinidad. I frightened to open messages from Trinidad because they always want me to draw something. I need the graph paper background for this. Thanks, Trinidad. Trinidad, behave yourself in the maths exam tomorrow, please. 3 years now, Trinidad, you know, kind of thing in the maths exam. Who taking out their phone and videotaping? I'm from Trinidad, so I could talk. Don't start foolishness. And if all you're doing all your things, don't message me. Don't say, ooh, I don't know this question. I feel into message crew. No, don't do that. I'm not going to look at your message. Somebody do make it simple damn thing. Messaging close after exam time. Pick things from the paper. My boy frightened to go on Instagram. I don't know the kind of thing I look at people in that. Alright, so from the graph, the values of x when y is equal to -1. Wait, I draw all of that to do this question, right? Values of x when y equal -1, A, 1 and -1, B, 2.2 and -2.2. By the way, if you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do so, especially if you're planning on doing education in secondary school. Again, I have big plans. And also, this channel eventually going and feel segue into a more kind of general, just helping youth channel. So, whether it is you need ideas in starting your business, pursuing a career, that kind of thing, you'll start to see more content going on that line in this channel, and I will start to shift more of the educational, strong educational based content onto another channel which I have, but I'm not going to tell you yet. So the values of x and y equal to -1, everybody's saying B. So if I put -1 in that, this question so damn close. The values of x and y equal, I don't like this question, Trinidad. Whoever book you get this question from, burn it. It's a little vague how it is. But anyhow, when y is the values of x and y is equal to -1, you're looking here. You're looking here. So we're looking at these values. It should be duplicated. And right now on mine, it's looking like between 2.5 and 2.8. So it's real close. In CSEC, it will never be so close. It'll be something you can easily pick out, right? So when y is equal to -1, you just draw the line across and read off the x values. So it kind of hard to see what x value this is. Actually, sorry, it's not 2.5. This is -3. So the best answer is actually B, because this will be like 2.3. This is looking like 2.3 thereabouts too. So yeah, 2.2. It looked like that was supposed to be the answer. So it's not that bad. In that you get a slight redemption there. I was clunging around with that question. Next, we're not sticking today. We're not sticking today. Look at your neighbor and say we are not sticking today. See, I've seen messages. Anytime I see a message, it just say January 2020 paperwork. I'm not even watching the message. I went and delete it. So if anybody asks me to see my phone or anything, I telling them I don't know about their messages, right? The distance around the edge of a pond. This person take the phone and put it in the light, take the page up and take a picture, and now the whole thing see through. So I'm struggling to read this. Who is this? Jamaica. Jamaica, you lost some points there for the country. Distance around the edge of a circular pond is 88 meters. What is the radius of the pond? So you have a circular pond and the circumference is 88 meters. So the radius is 88 pi, or is it 176 pi, or is it 88 on pi, or is it 88 on 2 pi? Free up yourself there as you go and get next question from, alright, Trinidad, Jamaica and Guyana running the show. Trinidad from Marvel. Since I say Trinidad from Marvel, let me take a little peep. Hold on, let me close back that. Send questions that look like CSEC questions, please. RST, not that it is CSEC questions, let me just clarify that, but I mean that looking at it could come for CSEC. RSTU is a parallelogram, M is the midpoint, RSB sends information, TM. I just don't like the structure of this question now, but yes, it could actually pop. Oh, they my brethren from Do Maths. The answer for this, everybody's saying, is the circumference is 2 pi r. Remember last time I make a mistake with the r or something like that? So the circumference is 2 pi r. So 88 is equal to 2 pi r. And we try to find r. So 88 over 2 pi is equal to r. Or if they had 44 over pi, whatever. So we're taking D. Next up, a vectors question. Rate your readiness out of 10. Let me see how the Caribbean feeling. Rate your readiness out of 10 for the exam tomorrow. RUT. S M 2.5K views at the same time. Maybe next year we'll make the 3K. RMSUT. M is the midpoint. Based on this information, we want to know what TM is. And I'll let you watch the answers they're given. -1/2 RU. Everything is RU US. RU RS, sorry, RS. Copy, paste, copy, paste, A, B, C. Yeah, let's see how teachers just do it. Negative, don't send no more questions, people. I have enough questions here to last me till next year. -1/2, -1/2. I wouldn't be able to reach a question. So if you're sending a question, I wouldn't be able to reach a question. What's the answer here, people? 8, 6, 7.5, 3, 10, 9, 7, 9. We see that kind of mids. It depends. Some people put in a number for if this get plenty repeats and a number for if no repeats happen. How ready are you if no repeats happen? What's the answer for this question? So we're trying to go from T to M. What is T to M? T to M, that way, right? So we need to take this route and then this route. This route, sorry, let's do this over. This route, which is the same as that, and then this route, which is the same as this little piece here. What is it? RS? Alright, they say RS. So we should realize that if we're going this way, we can't use RU. We need to use -RU. So anybody with -RU gets to stay. It's not half. We actually went across the whole distance. So it's either B or C. It's either B or C. And now we want this little half of RS, but it's negative as well. -1/2 RS. So the answer is C. If this wasn't good enough for you, and if you feel like you need more help in vectors, Kerwin Springer Vectors on YouTube, like yourself. So the answer is C. I'm just running through the questions and explaining them briefly. Big up yourself, Marval. Marval, I know that name from Marval too. Back to Jamaica, the message deleted. Back to Jamaica again. The image, I hope you're enjoying the piece. The image of a point P12 under the translation, under a translation, is this. What is the translation vector? What is the translation vector? They never show the direction. That's okay, because we're not using like the little small A and B's in this question. We're using the actual letters. So if I have RU, it means I'm going from R to U. Don't worry yourself. Oh, you mean like I didn't draw the R's on top? Yeah, that small things. This one, where my question go on by? Right. Image, everybody's saying A. So the image of this is that. Be careful in this question. Sometimes they talk about the image, and sometimes they put the translation vector here, and you need to find the image. If you need to find the image, you need to add the translation. If you are trying to find the translation, you need to figure out what was added to reach there. So like what was added to go to negative 5? You know negative 6 must be added. What was added to go to negative 4? The answer is A. Answer is A. Answer is A. Right? So in other words, P plus the translation will give you the image. So if you're in the translation, you need to do the image, take away the object. Negative 5, negative 4, take away 1, 2. And this will give you negative 6. Negative 6. Y is in the chat. If you understand that right, to say Y is in the chat, the whole chat will just be Y. Alright, Jamaica, that was you. From Trinidad. Alright, going into probability. I get lots of requests to do question on probability. A boy throws a dice twice. What is the probability that we'll get a 3 followed by an even number? Probability of 3 followed by an even number. Probability is a massive topic in maths, could be a very massive topic. Not CSEC maths, it's tiny in CSEC maths, but it can go very big. So we're not going to go into the entire probability. I'm just going to show you how to do this. What is the chance that he will get 3? 1 out of 6. So what is the probability? Let me put the answers first. Can't be this one, not too high. So the chance that he's going to get 3 is 1 out of 6. And the chance that he's going to get an even number is a half, because it has 3 even numbers, 3 odd numbers. So you just multiply the 2 by each other, 112. That's how this is go. So if you have a probability of something and then a probability of the next thing, man, you just multiply them 2 probabilities by each other and roll out. Next question, big up yourself, Trinidad. We 758 again. I always forget 758. St. Vince know something. 758 area code. St. Lucia, sorry, St. Lucia. St. Lucia sent a question now. So this question is saying f of x is equal to x squared minus x minus 1. F of negative 5. Oh my gosh, St. Lucia. St. Lucia sent one for the boys. 1924D. I love when I see questions that small, so I done ready question already. Only this one is an easy one. Bless up yourself, St. Lucia. Jens. Interquartile range of the lengths of the fish. I can't do this question because I'll talk about interquartile range, but there's too much things to draw, boy. Who going to draw all the lines, boy? Who sent this? Trinidad. And that's and that's telling you Trinidad always sending something for me to draw. Oh G's and H's. So what you're going to do is put your negative 5 inside this. So you're going to get negative 5 by squared minus negative 5 minus 1. 25 plus 5 minus 1, 29. D, that is if D is 29. Hopefully D was 29. So 29. Some people didn't see any D properly, so they just put the writing 29. Alright, forget that, Trinidad. But let's talk a little bit about interquartile range. If they give you a graph, right? What kind of skim what this graph is about? Trinidad, I will try my best. Always Trinidad fault that we taking so long with this question. See, we has been at a nice rate, but out came Trinidad, the home of tag boss. 5, 10, 15, 20. Wait, now it's a cumulative frequency. So there's a cumulative frequency going on here. And is length of some fish, some kind of ridiculousness here. 1, 2. If Trinidad send one more question for me to draw, I put my phone to block numbers from Trinidad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and the time I see that 868. Already graph doing some kind of ridiculous thing that I really not too into. 3 was one. This was here. Them 3 went about there so, and 4 went a little bit above 15, and this one went straight up to 20. I need Trinidad, you need to send me cash money for all this drawing. And this is length in meters and the interquartile range. You have to know what is the interquartile range. It don't matter what it is. Interquartile range. .2 meters, 2.1 meters, 2.5 meters, 3.7 meters. What is the interquartile range? There's something called semi-interquartile range, there's something called interquartile range. Semi-interquartile range is when you get the interquartile range and you divide by 2. The interquartile range is Q3 minus Q1. What the hell is Q3? What is Q1? Q2 is the median. So like if you had some things here, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. And I told you to find the median. You remember how you'll do this? You start going wap, 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 wap. Median looking like 4 or something, right? So median is 4. So this is actually something we call Q2. And Q1 is the 2, the median of the lower set is Q1. That is the first quartile. And the third quartile up here. Fourth quartile, nobody care about that at the end. So third quartile up there. So you have the first quartile, the second quartile, the third quartile. So you divide it into quarters. First quartile ends here, second quartile is the median, third quartile is the upper quartile. So you have the lower quartile, you have the upper quartile, and you have the median. I did all of this on a nice slow video with me writing properly and talking better English and thing. If you don't understand it too much, go and check out that video. So if you want to find the interquartile range now, the interquartile range is this and this, the range of values between here. The semi-interquartile range is you find that range and you divide it by 2. But let's see how that will work in terms of commutative frequency. To find the first quartile and the third quartile, you just 5, that the first quartile is the median, that is the, you understand? Very simple, just divide it by 4. Don't worry about no n plus 1 and all kind of thing when it had this graph. Just go with the 5 and the 15, trust me on that one. Bring that down. Bring that down. To me, I don't know what that looks like to me. Wait, that's 5, like push this almost so. 3, a little less there, a little more there. Let me say 3.5. 3.5? What's the options we had? 3.7. The interquartile range, by the way, is not 15 minus 5, eh? That's the number one mistake. Like you use the cumulative frequency, but no, you bring the interquartile from here and then you read it from here and you get a little subtraction in between going there. So like you see, like this was 1.2 and I say this was like 3.8 or whatever it was. To me I get it more like, oh sorry, yeah, it's not 3.7, 1.2, 3.8, so actually getting 2.5, there about, I get 2.6, 2.5. So C, blessings, love and blessings. Why is in the chat if you understand that? So the interquartile range, Q3, that value that you read off there, minus Q1, that value that you read off there. Does this come for CSEC? How you mean? All the time. Sometimes they will ask you semi-interquartile range. And if they ask you for that, just take this and divide by 2 and whatever you get, that is it. So 1.2 looking good enough for that there. Or 1.3 as the case may be. So the semi-interquartile range is like, you know, semicircle, half of a circle, semi-interquartile, half of the quartile. Let me move forward in life. So that was Trinidad. Well done, Trinidad. And right above Trinidad, we have Jamaica with 2 questions. With 5 questions. Jamaica trying to bust St. Vincent or Antigua here, man. A lot of these questions, I do like it already. Let's do one of the unique questions. So 1 over 5x plus 2 over 3x is equal to what? How do you do this? How do you do this, class? So here we have Jamaica requesting linear fractions, algebraic fractions. I'm going to walk around a little bit before I get a heart attack. Get the answer for that question. Back again, 9 of break. So x3, 15x. D is the answer. D is the only one of the reasonable that x squared is a kick of the enemy. Because all we need is 15x to go on the denominator. Because 5x can go into that and 3x can go into that. So once you get the denominator, there's the only thing that proper the denominator. Now just work it out for kicks. 5x into 15x is 3. So 3 by 1 is 3. 3x into this is 5. So 5 by 2 is 10. 10 and 3, 13. So you end up with 13 over that. Let's come off of this graph paper. Let's go back to black. Whap. Well done, Jamaica. Actually not well done because you sent a million questions. Alone I do that question like that. X is, we do a question like this already, substituting. We do that rectangle thing, divide by 2 long time. Half multiply by 4, divide by 2, we fed up. This question, zim zam zum zum zim zam zum zum zum, dim dum 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 dim dum de da da zip 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 dee 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 dee. So you're obviously going to ask you which one is a function. Which one of these guys is a function? Always going to ask you that, right? Da dim dim zum zim zim zim. This is a bacchanal one here. Obviously that out because it's split this way and it's split this way. So there's a many to many. Many to many. If you see it splitting in the input and splitting in the output, many to many. These ones similar because it's split on the input. And in a function, you cannot have a split on the input side of things. You cannot have one x value giving you 2 y values. That is not a function. So next thing they'll ask is like they'll put these graphs like this. Which one is not a function? Then they'll put one like this. That is a function. This one is not a function. If they do so, that is a function. If they do this way, that one is not a function. So get familiar with them. Is a function, not a function question. This is the only one that is a function, D. Ignore yours. Because the split is on the output. That can happen. You can have 2 inputs merging down to the same outputs like this. Think of a quadratic. This x value gave me one answer and this x value is going to give me the same one answer. So you have 2 inputs that merge down to one output. That's a function, that's allowed. We're not allowed to split in the input, but you can have this kind of like splitting effect on the output. This one doing the most, splitting on the output and the input. That's the fastest way I tell students to check it. Look for where the split happening. If the split happening on the input side of things, not a function. At the end of that. Also, it have this question at many to many. That holds that people always sending me and quarreling about. Ignore that. They my brethren. Our next soldier from Trinidad. He is sending some gangster questions. Father Arif. Some killer questions here, brother. Alright, so let me see. So 0, 2, the other questions from the Jamaica soldier, we do them already. 6, 8, 9, 11, 5. You from this soldier, you're from Trinidad, so obviously I must be doing some kind of thing or table. You know now. Apparently that's the questions that we love in Trinidad. So this here is time, x, and this here is frequency. Refers to the following frequency table. It shows that the time taken by 20 students to solve a maths problem. Okay, the lower class boundary of the interval 3 to 5. Lower class boundary of interval 3 to 5. What is the lower class boundary of the interval 3 to 5? A 2.0, B 2.5, C 3.0, D 5.5. So take your time and think about that. That is actually our second question. I'll take like 10-15 seconds and repost some mentions here. Maddie, big up yourself. Maddie Bagondine, Blushy.tt, Instagram, Riri22, love and blessings. Cassidy, let me tell you something. I know the admin Cassidy. Cassidy birthday is tomorrow. Let's tell Cassidy happy birthday from now on. She will need all the happy birthday she can get. Imagine your birthdays are nuts. Pretty boy Saya, King Nessa. I hope I don't need to say any ridiculous name here now. I don't realize I might come across a handle I cannot pronounce. 5K Tiger, sorry. Name man Tiger, yes. Ashi. Everybody know Ashi. AHHSHEE. Unique Faye. Choose whom. No, Blues whom. Well, it's coming his name strong, boy. Happy birthday, Cassidy. From now. So lower class boundary. The lower class boundary interval 3 to 5 is 2.5. Right here. Outside of it. So what really happened is have 0 to 2, 3 to 5. Have you seen things like this now? Hey, what's going on here? 6 to what was 6 to 8? Yeah. The boundary is actually just between this. So 2.5. So the lower class boundary here is 2.5. The upper class boundary for this class is there. So the upper class boundary of this one is 2.5. The lower class boundary of this one is also 2.5. So the boundaries is like the line in between, right in between. I have Cassidy in the chat. All happy birthday, and she inside. So the upper class boundary for this would be like 5.5, and the lower class boundary for this one will also be 5.5. So you should know the difference between boundaries, and you can go and look up my video on statistics if this is a problem for you. Limits, and you should know class intervals, what that means. All them terminology comes in multiple choice. Like where's the limit? Where's the upper class limit? Where's the lower class limit? Where's the upper class boundary? Where's the lower class boundary? What is the class interval? What is the class width? Width, distance, right? The difference between the limits. Class width. Let me just double check that. Class width is the difference between the boundaries. I was wrong. Class width is the difference between the boundaries. Don't get that question wrong. Alright, Mr. Trinidadian. Next cumulative frequency to draw that I am not going to draw. So if they ask you to find the median of something in a cumulative frequency, always come from, like, if this is, what was this? This was 200, so the median will be on the 100 mark. I think there's one in CSEC that comes like 150, so the median will be on the 75 mark, and then you just read off that. That is the median. Don't say 75 is the median. The median is whatever this was here. So like sometimes it'll be like 35.7 or some kind of thing. So I just remembering some numbers. So that is the median. That's why we call the median. Enough of that. Let me go forward. Oh, 37.5 or some kind of thing. We do that installment thing already. Alright, the next vectors questions. People is real mash up. Damage yourself on these vector questions, but it's actually be pretty, you know, easy. X, W, capital W, V, U, arrow, arrow. You notice this one have arrows because we're using little small common letters to represent them. Cassidy link some cake. Y, Z, R. So WR expressed in terms of U and V is WR expressed in terms of U and V is what? Okay, here are the answers. So what is WR? A, U minus half V. B, U plus a half V. C, negative U plus a half V. D, negative a half V minus U. Bless her, bless her. Oh, any new person that just come in, close the live chat, press like, bring back up the live chat. Let me make some massive amount of likes on this video, please. People saying A all the way. We want to go from W to R, W to R. This is the same as if you went positive U, or you're going in that direction, same as U. This opposite to V though. So half V, negative a half V. Yeah, so positive U, take away a half V. All those who said A, you're on the right track. God will bless you in life. Well done, Arif. Thank you for the lovely questions. Look, this man loves cumulative frequencies, apparently. There's something that comes in cumulative frequency. That's kind of important. Let me just mention it here. If this is the pass mark, right? No, if they say, what's this question? They said 38% of the students pass the test. What was the pass mark? You're supposed to find out how much 30% of the students is. Like if it was 100 students and 38% is here, you come down here, that will be a pass mark. Or if it was 38% of 200, it will actually be 38 to, can't multiply right now, 38 by 2, 76 students. So if they say 38% pass and you know that there's 200 students in all and 38% will give you a 76 value, say look for 78 is, bring it down, that is your pass mark. A way to the wise is sufficient. And we're out. Next person. Guyana in the building. This man passed call. Anything? We do this on we do a question like this already. This is showing the dice, you get a number and you get a number. Alright, sets from 758. P, Q, U. If two circles, the two circles above represent sets P and Q. If P is equal to the factors of 6. Remember, if you want that strong revision and you're new to the channel here, you can just go and download my book from www.kerwinspringer.com. All you need is a credit card attached to PayPal. Plenty of people from nearly everywhere in the Caribbean link that book already. A lot of people in the student have linked the book as well too. So 758 in the building. Yeah, why are they talking about elections here? Okay, elections is a whole movie, yes. I hope Trinidad know to take it easy when election time comes. We just have a nice, beautiful elections. Right now, all kind of stupidness happening. Every time I go on Facebook, I see some... This is not a political channel. We don't hold sides on this channel. We don't talk politics here, people. We talk ideals. So 468, we don't have both sides publicly. 468, 12, 24, 36, Factors of 6, factors of 4. Factors of 6, factors of 4. Then the shaded region represents. What kind of easy thing is this boy? Factors of 6 and 4, what common? 1 and 2, that's something that look good to me. That look good to me. B. B is the answer. A woman buys a pair of shoes at a sale. She pays 45, saving 15 on the normal price. Okay, more easy thing. Who is this? I like how 758 is do it, boy. Let me just refresh myself what area code this is. 758 area code. St. Lucia. St. Lucia always bringing things for the teams here, boy. God will bless St. Lucia. A woman buys a pair of shoes at a sale. She pays. Is Antigua that bring the murderous questions in the start? We know when Antigua get them questions from. 45. She saved $15 from normal price. This could be the, yeah, why somebody said that you vote for Kerwin, this could be the plan all along now. So I come on YouTube and I decide to help the Caribbean students for free for like about 10 years. And by the time a decade passed and I decided to run for elections, a whole generation of the voting public I done help on YouTube for the CSEC exams. So campaigning with Andy. And you can see me running in 10 years. Don't forget to put your X on the relevant symbol. What would be the symbol if I run in for government? A woman buys a pair of shoes at sale. She pays $45, saving $15 on the normal price. The percentage discount on the pair of shoes, 33.5. Why they say 33.5 though? Who make up this question? Right? Where them questions come from? Or let's send in some real bootleg question here. 45. Okay, so let me put them. Let me put it down. 25, 30, 33.5 and a third. Let me put 2. Make it nicer now, 80. So what are you feeling? Put your X on the X. Put your X and pi. The CXC logo will never, ever be my symbol. I'm at symbol, pie, curry chicken, cricks. That's not bad. That's not a bad idea. Nah, but I probably would not be allowed to do that. So the answer here is add 15 to this and you would get, I don't know how to add anything. So 60, so 15 over 60, 25%. So 15 over 60, multiplied by 100. This is a quarter, so 25% is the answer. Move on with your life. Hey, I love St. Lucia so bad. Nubia, we going to St. Lucia next year when COVID down. The blue shall be coming. But Ali can be having COVID and thing. 876 Jamaica. Jamaica starting the Trinidad slackness on one starting to draw. Hey. Graph paper time. Big graphs. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Are they hearing you screaming? They got in full swing now. 1, 2, 3. When that drum starts to beat, that beat so do 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 do. Peace. 3, 4. And draw up there. No. Draw this one here. What kind of tiny triangle is this boy Jamaica by? Well, again, these questions from. This one is A11. This is C31. This is B13. But if you're looking, if you just touch on here, you're like, I don't know where these people get all these questions and resources from. We have plenty practice paper over on out in the student hub. Just search the student hub at the _ student hub on Instagram. Even if you're not on Instagram, like I disable Instagram for your, as a matter of fact, at the ending of the live, I'll post the link here. I'll post the link here. Click that link and you just go on the student hub and get things. You'll also be able to get solution sheets. And you could also check out Do Maths, my brethren. He posted real solution sheets. I just try to stay away from solution sheets because that is not really my MO. But I did post the January for this year on my Instagram, and it is safe. And the question is that get this out of the way there, bro. You could go over there and line. So A prime, B prime, C prime. So you're going in this and you click the link in the bio. It will take you to the Student Hub server. Is the Discord server, is the image of ABC. Anybody in the Student Hub? Why is in the chat if you need Student Hub? Let people know how the Student Hub change your life. Testify. A prime, B prime, C prime is the image of ABC under an enlargement of scale factor. Jamaica, you see this long question? Try your best and don't do this again. Factor 2, the area. So we want to know what is the area of this. I feel like this question could have been expressed in a much faster way, man. There you go. What's the wise? Thank God I did maths next year for CSEC. Somebody say thank God I did maths next year. I don't know if you're counting the chickens before they hatch, bro. So maybe if we reach under 2,000 viewers, that means they're tired. We're ready to rack up for the night, right? Wise, student hub lock. It's at 8,000 people in the student hub. So if 8,000 of you all come here, we'll break records. Area 8, BC, the area. What's the area? Is it 2? I'm taking too long to finish this question. C8, D12. What's the area of the enlargement scale factor 2? Well, if the enlargement is scale factor 2, the area going up by 2 squared. Remember that. CSEC going to test you that tomorrow. If the length is going up at a certain scale factor and they bring in area, the area will either go up or go down at the scale factor squared. So it's actually going up at 4. So first you need to find the area of this, which is 1, 2. So the area of that is 2. So the new area is not going to be 4. The new area is going to be 8. You have to multiply by 2 squared because you're talking about area. So the new area is 8. Everybody will, there are some questions that get wrong in maths and you feel you're correct. This is one. And next one is when you forget. It's when you forget to change the diameter to radius and then the answer waiting for you there. So the answer is actually C in this, not 4. Well done, Jamaica, we outside. Y'all, I have 94 messages. Do not send any more messages. I would not be able to read through 94 messages. And I might just delete message. This person from, where this person from? Trinidad. You do them questions already, Trinidad. And here's the next question they send as well. This is 60 degrees. This is R. What is the area of the piece of CSEC? AOB area of AOB. This is called a sector. What's the area of AOB? Now they didn't give you anything exact, they're giving you like this. This is a question looking student hubbish, not student hubbish, looking question bankish. This kind of thing could pop for CSEC. Answer here. You can't use a calculator in maths exam. So what is the area of AOB? Well, since this is 60 degrees, that means there's 1/6 of a circle. So theta over 360, 60 over 360 boils down to 1/6. So 1/6 of a circle, 1/6 area of a circle, pi r squared, 1/6 pi r squared is indeed the answer. Next. Hello, motto. Annual interest, we do this already yesterday. 758. This is 758 again. What kind of questions is sending in this way? St. Lucia not supposed to be dealing with this. St. Lucia. Alright, let me see something. Let's watch this question, Don't cry. I know I should put up really hard questions here before the day before the exam, but I just tempted. R7 cm, 8 cm. If the area of the triangle PQR is 14 cm squared and this angle here is obtuse, then what is the angle? What is the angle? Alright, Bishop, I see you saying composite functions by going in that order here. I just pulling out things. If you want to see composite functions, it's Kerwin string of composite functions. Would this question come? Absolutely not. This question is half AB sine C, and you're going to be sine inverse, which you don't have a calculator for. So, and you're not supposed to know general angles and things for this. So we can just leave this question alone. But you can take a little think through this question if you're feeling jumpy. Anytime I see that blue book, wherever this blue book is, well again, this blue book questions way. There's some kind of blue font. Anytime I see that font, whoever doing questions from that book, you may be messing up yourself. So if I do this in construction, this is the question, I'm just going to ask it straight up. if I do this in construction and I make an arc here, and I come here and I make an arc there, and I connect that, and I connect that, and I connect that, what is this angle here? Right? That was 869. What is 869 way? St. Kitts and Nevis, well done. That's a construction question from Kitts and Nevis. Well, let's take some very strange pictures, I'm not going to lie. Zion, Trinidad. Zion, somebody sent me that question, like that. I didn't watch the video. If you're watching this back before exam time, turn up the speed. How much time passed so far? I don't want to go too long. I don't want to see like I have any all here late in the night doing thing why I said I could be checking. But yes, this is going to be 60 degrees. And if I bisect that like this, and I do so, I'm bisecting. So this is going to be 30 degrees, 30 degrees. So this is how you bisect an angle. And how you bisect a line is like this. So if you have a thing and you see this and you do that and you say what kind of construction take place here, you bisect the angle. I think they used to ask something like that too. What is the surface area of a cuboid? Who is this? 868 Trinidad. Thank you, Trinidad. Just a straight up question. So you have a cuboid that is 2 cm by 3 cm by 5 cm. That's the size of the cuboid. And you want to know what is the surface area. I shouldn't put by. I should just back up. These are the sides of the cuboid. And you want to know what is the surface area. So A, B, C, D. What's the surface area? Everything here in cm squared. Cuboid. This is how you look, cuboid. How you feel about yourself now, cuboid. Ha ha ha. So this is 2, this is 3, this is 5. So the cuboid will have to have a lot of sides. So you basically have 2 pairs of each side. So you have a 2 by 3, 2 of that. You have the 2 by 5, 2 by 5, 2 of that as well. And you have the 3 by 5, 3 by 5, 2 of that as well. So 12, 20, 30. D. What is this? What is this? Is that a joke? This is the surface area we're looking for. What they ask for the surface area. What is the surface area of the cuboid sides? Wow, a lot of people got this wrong. I'm going to post this question up on the gram since everybody wanna get it wrong. For some reason, a lot of people got this wrong. What is the answer? On the logo and rush and put the correct answer. No answer. Ah, know the answer. Alright, let me just double check this next thing. I get it wrong. So, you have a cuboid. Cuboid. 2 sides. 2 of this side now. And 2 of the toppies. So, this side here is 2 by 3, so that is 6, and you have 2 of that, so that is 12. And you have the 3 by 5, so that is 15, 15, 30. And then you have the 2 by 5. So that is 2 tenors. So that's 20. Add it all up. What do you get? Nice. Niceness and niceness. I do a lot of tricks already, people. Let's keep going. Let's keep going at this. Still over 2,000. Well done. People still out here. Here comes a ratio question. Some person was just constantly harassing me just now. Ratios. So now we come into them ratios. 560 is shared in the ratio 2, 3, 9. What's the difference between the largest and the smallest shares? So you have 560 and sharing it up in that ratio. What's the difference between the largest and the smallest share? Is it 80? Is it 240? Is it 280? 280 feeling like a nice number to put. Is it 360? I don't know if it's just because that's C. They'll put dollars next to these things there, but you know now, I just write in fast. So you add up the total number of shares, you get 5, 9, 14. 14 could go into 56 how much times? 3 times? 4, 9, 3, I don't know. 2, 3, 5, 14, 56. We don't really know what's going on there now. 280, everybody's saying 280, I get it. I think it's 80 minus 360. Yeah. I would do it like maybe say 560 divided by 14. That is one share multiplied by 2 to get the shares. So it's like you divided by 7 here. 7 into that is 80. So this is 80 and multiply by 9 for the big boys. 9, 14. 14 to 56 is how much, boy? The rubber calculator is 4. 4, 6 is 4. Take 4, 40, 9, 40. 9, 36, 360. Yeah, so it's 360 minus 80, 280. 280 was feeling like a good answer from a long time. 280. Why did I say R star S is equal to SR. 3 star 2 is equal to who bring this one by Guyana? We love it. We love it. We love the curry chicken. R star S is SR, so SR, 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 2 to the power of 3, 2 times 2 times 2. Answer is that. Moving along, moving along. (246). Area code 246. Fx is equal to negative x squared, and you have this domain. What is the range? What is el range? What is the range? Well, you're just going to have to substitute now, my bros. Now, notice how you have negative. This question causes a lot of problems. I do a question like this with negative x cube or negative x4 or something, and people are kind of not happy with the answer that I give. I don't care. So negative x squared, you're going to have to substitute negative into that, but the negative is going to go positive because everybody knows now when you put negative and you square it, you get the positive answer. So okay, people should want to. All right, let me put the answer first and let me see what they're thinking. What answer is 246 suggesting here, boy? 1, 4, negative 4, negative 1, 0. negative 4, negative 1, 1, 4. C looking good again. There goes C. Okay, D looking nice too. Negative 4, negative 1, 0, 1, 4. So the thing with this is, yes, you're squaring this up, you're squaring that up, you're squaring everything because you're putting it in there. But lo and behold, everybody going to just end up with a negative sign after you're done. Everybody going to get a negative sign, no matter who he is. So actually the best answer is B. Who said B first? I've seen Christy, I've seen Zanian, Hope, other people, Josh, saying B. Well then only B plus C. Well, you're right. So everybody going to end up with a negative one. So except the 0, because 0 squared negative 0 is still 0. So okay, he could get to stay there. But when you're negative 1 squared, you get 1, but then you have to come and throw this obscene negative sign on it. If you square this, you get 1, but then you still have to come and pelt it. So at the end of the day, you're always going to get negative 4, negative 1, and 0. So the answer in this case is B. Sometimes this question will come with a cube, and then you'll get a full range of values. You'll get some negative values, you'll get some positive values. It'll be the other way around. Think about it. Watch out for these questions and the squared, and when they put, now if they have negative x to be squared, everybody will get positive. Because you're putting it inside the situation where you're going and square it. Brackets first, then square. Enough talk on that. Well done, 246.
Why so why? Scott, the shit I have to see right now. We don't pass it once big, but content up with my knee. You know what I mean?
Oh, let me say a prayer for the fallen brethren.
Why so why? Scott, the shit I have to see right now. We don't pass it once big, but content up with my knee. You know what I mean?
Oh gosh! This man is real geeks. Anyway, I just play a voice note for the people on the live. Hey, this man messaged me like a day or two ago.
So,
and this man called out his full street address. Ezekiel said, Marvel, lamppost, somebody start the other. Bless up, take this. This man really happy, boy. Someday I'll be happy like this man. And anytime he talking, you hear once that crickets and frogs and thing in the background. Anyhow, express. Somebody want me to express this in the standard form from Guyana. Express this in the standard form. Oops. Express this in the standard form. Let me tell you what I do, right? He didn't send no answers or anything, just tell me express this in the standard form. So I would send this across 1, 2 and add in 2 zeros here. And if I add in 2 zeros here, O bacchanal is going to change to 10 minus 3. Let me just organize this for you now. So this is going to be 5 times 10 to the power of 3. I'll move it across 2 zeros here. So if I move across 2 zeros, like I add 2 zeros there, right? If I add in 2 zeros, it's like this going up. So this will be 10 to the negative 3. And this will be 1, 2, 5. How much times can 5 go into 1, 2, 5? Who knows? Who knows? 25. So we have 25 so far. 10 to the negative 3, he will come down there too. So it's more like 10 to the negative 6. You'll take some time and check this. So this is 2.5 multiplied by 10 to the negative 5. This is the final answer. Or you could watch it through, vibes it, tell me if you don't like it, if you like it, whatever. Next person. Two matrices A and B are conformable for multiplication A times B if the number of rows in A is equal to the number of columns in B. No, because the number of columns in A must be equal to the number of columns in B, and I'm going to write that whole question. So if you have two matrices A and B and they're trying to multiply by each other, row by column, you write what the size. The number of columns in the first matrix must be equal to the number of columns in this last matrix. You can answer that directly in CSEC. And the type of matrix that will be formed is a these two here, these two numbers. Fallen by genius. So all me I hear cricket. Yeah, what's that cricket? That frog and thing is just be the background where this man sending message. Also, and that's how he's always stand up. Also, current on my in a triangle ABC, angle A is equal to x degrees, angle B is equal to 2x degrees. What is the size of angle C? Okay. And then they give me answers. 45 degrees. I like in this 473. I'll come and treat some good questions. Area code 473 180 negative 3 subtract 3x to B. This looking tempting, eh? Yeah, that looking good to me. D 180 divided by 3x degrees. How long we on this life for? 2 hours and 6 minutes. So you're talking real fast. I am. That's correct. Amelia. Why is they working on the answer for this? Let me shout out some more people on Instagram for real. Let's do this again. Me was just on what I'm supposed to be on. Right, so Justin _ dot JXSTIN dot S, pick up yourself, repost. Jade Million, Jade _ million _ certified gem. Right underneath your my video is a video of Bree. Bree went to my school. Well, is going still. Mixed caramel, mixed dot _ caramel, bella.kr _ melanated _ flower. Yeah, then make sure I reposting the correct thing here. Yes. Kanika _ K. It's why I name all kind of fancy thing anytime my name on Instagram is just Kerwin Springer. Renice McCain. Alright, straight up name. Renice is my homie from long time. John Luke G _ 7. The Slim Chick K Lee. Alright, enough of that. I'll have some answers for you. C. Yeah, we're taking that. Always gonna be, well, the sum of these two angles 180 minus the sum of those two angles. And we move along. Next question. Well done 473. My mother. Nice. Already do that. Feel like getting a questions from some similar booklets, man. Some similar booklets you're getting these questions from. This person said their mother get this booklet for them last year. It is not CSEC questions. Okay, I believe you. I believe in everybody here. So PQ, we already do the one that I do underneath though. This question can like a piece of now. NP, I don't want to take too long because there's so much content on the channel. Sometimes the live is so interesting, but you don't need to be on the live. You need to be looking at content that you weaken. You know what I mean? Maybe you need to be revising graphs or statistics or cumulative frequency or something you need to be revising and you just taking in the live chat. What is NP intersect Q? I feel like I do enough questions here. I have 54 slides. So I do like the most, like maybe out 40 questions, 40 to 50 questions. The most problematic questions across the Caribbean. And the answers are A, 4, B, 6, C, 14. How long again you all think we should go? Until it drop under 2000, stay with that. 4, 6, 14, 24. So the number in P is 5. You can't put 5 here because this 5 represents the whole thing. And the number in Q is 9. And the number in all is 10. So it means there's some kind of repeating taking place here because 9 and 5, we're looking to get like maybe 4 will repeat. So I can put 1 here and I can put 5 here, and then all this adds up to give me 10. So 1, 4, 5 makes 10, this makes 9, this makes 5. You understand how to do this by just watching it and doing it? So the number in the intersecting spot is 4. I did one like this already, so I'm not going to go through I talk about the other method to do it where you use the formula. Forget that. Right now, other thing done. That was Jamaica. Blessings, Jamaica. Right now, I'm still reaching people who send messages 7:42. What is the time now? 8, 9, 12. So I have 93 unanswered messages. So don't send any messages. Somebody sent me, Jesus is the same yesterday, today, and forever. Amen. Why not serve him? Amen. I'm already a Christian, man. Bless up. Same how. If 30% of a number is 45, what is the number? 30% of a number is 45. What is the number? Internet cut. My iPad disconnect. Where's that one, bro? All you see me? Why is in the chat if all you see me? First time I think this ever happened, like the iPad disconnect without the computer disconnected. Thing lagging, it lagging. I say why isn't that if you all seeing me? And see no why is it? Turn off this, disconnect back from this. Be back in the game. Have no fear. And also at 200 people in that disconnection. If 30% of the number is 45, what is the number? When I tell people I teach a class with 2,500 people in it, or 2,000, I used to say already, as people say, what? That was pure madness. But I tell them, no. The amount of information that passed in those class, I've never distributed that amount of information on a wide scale before. On such a wide scale before. The bigger the class, the better when it comes to online. You know? Once they could keep focus. 30% of the number is 45. This should be a 45. What's the number? So I think I'll already get the answer. 30% is 45. So I'll be like 30% equal 45. 100%. Ooh, sticking real plenty. 100% is 45 over 30. Multiply by 100. Answer is 150. Well done. Can send the question, please. You miss your chance there. People do that often. All you when I get chances in life, just take it one time. Like people message me on Instagram and say, hey sir. By the time I click your message and say, hey back again. When I go into my messages again, when I go and check, when I go and bounce up that message again, this person say, can I send a question, sir? I just going on to the next question. Yeah, you could send a question. Now what are we doing? But your question will go up to the top, and now I had to look back for your question. What is this? We're not going. Somebody from 592. This not coming. This not coming. You'll never see anything with inches like this. I'm even going to mention what this person sent me. Everything will be in centimeters, meters when it comes to those kind of things. Who is this? 592. Guyana sent me a graph to draw. Woi, 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 da, di, da, da, di, di, di. Da, da, da. love to draw graphs. I love to draw graphs. I love graphs. Graphs is the best thing ever. Yeah. Love it. Where are we going up to? 4? Nothing like a good graph on us. Nothing like drawing graphs on a Sunday. What could be drawing graphs on a Sunday? Say one thing. I'll wait. We are going to here as well, here as well, here as well. And I'm coming all the way to 3. Right. Okay. We ready to perform. Bang. Alright, where's the question? Which of the following represents the equation of the graph below? A, f of x is equal to 3 plus 2x minus x squared. That's a 2. B, f of x is equal to x squared minus 2x minus 3. C, f of x is equal to x squared plus 2x minus 3. So anytime a teacher gives you something with inches and radians and other units and things that are not tested in CSEC, don't worry yourself. Just learn the principle behind it, but them things ain't coming. Come alone feel like me I go feel. Nah, you ain't going to fail, bro. Just you're going to come out on top of the things, on top of things in Jesus' name. Amen. So what graph this look like? Obviously it's not this and it's not that because maximum point. Maximum point cuts the x-axis at 3. Oh, go on. How are we going to get the? How are we going to know what was the correct graph by? Because this one is plus and this one is negative. How we will know? How shall we know? Hit them as substitution. Yes. What we going to do? Substitute 0. Nah, can't substitute 0. Substitute 1 in this. Substitute 1 in this and I will get 0. Substitute 1 in this and I will get 4. This is the answer. A is the answer. So in the ending we have to actually substitute the x value into the equation because that's the only way you all would know how to solve this. That's the fastest way. Right? So I can substitute when x is 1 and you're looking to see if you get 4. So I can substitute when x is 1 into this and it gives you back 4. Because 3 plus 2 by 1 is 5, take away 1 squared. 1 squared is 1, 5 take away 1 is 4. If you put 1 in this, you're going to get 0. You're going to get something, you're going to get 0. You're going to get 2 take away 3 take away 2 take away 1, 0. This one don't work. Good question, whoever this was. Good question. 5592. A lot of people messaging now. If you message now, I'm not going to see a question. I'm not going to see a question. I'm going in order. First come, first serve, you know. It's like the bank. Right now to go in a bank is the worst. And 4 centimeters, 8 centimeters, x, y, degrees. I can barely see this question. So they want to know which of the following will give that answer, 4 over 8. Which trigonometric ratio is equal to that? Is it sine x? Is it tan y? Is it cos x? Is it tan x? Which one will it be? People talking about sleep. Actually, I'm definitely not going past 10 o'clock. So even if the chat even if we remain over 2000 until 10, I'm not going past 10. I want to give people a chance to do the little last minute revision, personal. when I started 7 o'clock and it's 9:22 now. My plan was like 7 to 9 thereabouts. So maximum time we're going again is like about half an hour. Alright? Maximum time again is half an hour. Everybody saying A, sine of x is opposite over adjacent. Yes, 4/8 is indeed the answer. When people are ready for questions like that, boy. So I just do it, right? Remember, this question has to do with SOHCAHTOA. If you don't understand it, look up trigonometry, Kerwin, Springer, SOHCAHTOA. You can understand how to do this question. Why people don't ask me about this boy throwing this dice? Do that question already. Or somebody register for the class? Message again tomorrow, please. Actually, let me write down your name here too. Your number 39. And they call the game number, yes. Next question. Now, the class is only for those who are doing exams next year, right? So you're messaging this number. The class is $200 a month, and I have people from all over the Caribbean. If you can pay via PayPal, you can get through. And if you can pay via online bank transfer, you could get through. If you're in Trinidad and you could walk into any bank in Trinidad, if you have legs, you could get through. And I will be bringing classes, I bring real classes from August, September. Physics, chem, pure maths, add maths, maths, business subjects, very likely English as well. Hopefully I can get through it comes to communications, Caribbean and other subjects that you will be attempting and keep. Alone, fed up with this question. We don't like this question. Oh, but this person who sent me this question phrased properly now. A loan of 8,000 was paid back in 2 years in monthly payments of 400. The percentage interest on the loan was, that is phrased properly. So now you know it's 20% for sure. But they say rate of interest paid back or something, that means per year. Rate is, you know, how much interest coming in every annum. And that was a piece of bacchanal. All you watch this question. People still messaging. I don't know, I feel bad to, I'm not a person, especially like before a year or two ago, every single message I get in my life, I used to answer. Every single message you drop under 2000. Every single message I used to answer. So to reach the stage where I'm not answering messages because for the greater good is a kind of awkward thing to do, to not answer somebody just to focus so I can teach the greater majority. But I'm not answering this one person who just with this one problem just so I can get the big. Just beware. Don't feel bad if I answer you and be like, oh gosh, you paying stush and all kind of thing. I can't answer everybody. Hopefully you have someone you could message as well. In the figure above, ABC is a triangle in which AD is equal to BC. BD is equal to CD. Alright, fair enough. The angle ABC is, so you want to know what the angle ABC is. What is that angle? ABC, and they're going to put like A is 40 degrees, B is, people tapping out, B is 50 degrees, C is 80 degrees, and D is 90 degrees. So after this question, I'll just take a little skim through and see if I see any more interesting questions, and we'll call that judge. Everybody saying 90. Well, if this is 50, right? If this is 50, right? This also has to be 50 over here. And if this is 50 and this is 50, because it's isosceles now, base angles in an isosceles triangle is equal, then this must be 80. And if this is 80, right, this must be 100 because it's an angle in a straight line. And this is 100, then this must be 40 and 40 to make up the 180 degrees in a triangle, because base angles on an isosceles triangle are equal. And the angle ABCD will be 40 plus 50, which is 90. Well done, people who said 90. Let's just take a little quick peek. Nice. Registering for 2021. Please message me again tomorrow because the message get kind of pushed down, some 90 something messages here. Write down your number just in case. Sir, please do circles. Sir, please do circles. Sir, please, please. What is going to come in circles? In circles, I really want you to memorize this. Like that. Memorize this. Go and look up my video on circle theorems and just make sure you're familiar with the theorems in case they pop a new theorem on you. And we do everything else in circles. They can bring circumference, they can bring area, they can bring sector, they can bring arc length. And make sure you know how to find arc length and area of a sector. It's the same thing like area of a circle. Area of a circle is pi r squared, so theta over 360. Area of circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, so theta over 360 by 2 pi r. Right? It's just a fraction. Alright, so we did circles. Ting. Ooh. Jamaica's sending a tough one here, boy. And this man just in shoot and tie and thing. What school is this? This man's name is I don't know. Okay. So 213 to the power of n is equal to 58 to the power of 10. Then n is equal to, if something ridiculous like this pop for your, I don't think they will bring these levels. Knowing CSEC, they ain't coming through with this kind of levels. So an interesting base question. 4 to the power of 3 is how much? 4 to the power of 3, 64. So 3 to the power of 3, 27. Most likely is 3. What do you think? What thinkest thou? So n is, because we're doing this now, 3 to the power of 0, 3 to the power of 1, 3, oh, 3 squared. 9 twos, nah, 4, let go with the 4, let go with the 4. 4 squared, 16 twos, 4, let me try 5. 5 squared, 25. 5, yeah, it's actually 5, I was wrong. So 5 squared is 25, 25 by 2 is 50, 5 to the power of 1, if you don't know how to do the bases, look it up. 5 to the power of 1, 1 by 5 is 5, 5 to the power of 0 is 1, 1 by 3 is 3, add this all up, and you get 58. So the answer is C, 5. If you don't know how to do bases, look it up. Now I don't think this is going to come this drastic. I have a few videos where I explain the kind of bases that I think CSEC is going to bring. And let's just keep looking to see if we see any other interesting questions. But I saw you do a question to the Jamaican who sent me the question. That was a piece of action day. Big up Dominica, one thing bro. Enough respect to Dominica, 767. Somebody sent me a simplification question that kind of easy, we do that already. Alright, this new. Wap, still around people in the chat, boy. I know we're supposed to be out already, we're just doing a last minute hustle here. We're not going to cross 10 o'clock for sure. Might even cross the next 5 minutes. And they ask the area of the shaded region. How we could represent the shaded region. The teachers is be making up some killer questions for you. If you want questions like what I'm pretty sure is going to come for CXC, it's like the last 10 years, go to my website, download the book, take a little last minute script, answers in the back, and I do out all the whole book already on YouTube in marathon sessions. Kerwin Springer, CXC Maths Marathon Part 1, CXC Maths Marathon Part 3. I should put question bank in brackets in them titles. Which one is this going to be? Outside the shaded region represents outside R intersect Q. Outside R intersect Q. Everything that's outside of R, because this is not shaded. R is like an untouched territory inside of Q. So it must be outside R. So you're working with this. But it also must be inside Q. So it must be inside Q and outside R. So D is the answer. Make sure you learn your sets like that. A lot of you all memorize into it. It's the final hour before exam. But I want you all to try and learn these little tips and tricks. Maybe I should just do a little short live on Instagram to just point out some things to learn in each topic. Yeah, maybe I should just do that quickly after I finish this. Maybe just somebody saying, please do this question. The circumference of a circle is 132. Given that pi is equal to 22 over 7, the radius of the circle in centimeters is what? I feel like I do this already. Did I do this already? No, we didn't. We had pi left by himself. So circumference 132 is equal to 2 pi r. We tried to find r, but they told us that pi is 22 over 7. One 32 divided by 11 is 12. So 132 divided by 22 is 6. So 6 is equal to 2 over 7 r. 42 thing, where's the answer? 21? 21. R is equal to 21. Well done. You're just rearranging that to find for R. Seeing what could work. Remember, you do have a calculator. So if you can't do arithmetic and things to get this gonna make it waste a whole lot of time. Just to figure out what R really is. But at the end of the day, just putting the circumference equal to 2 pi r, substitute, find for R. I just kinda rush it there a little bit. Somebody give me a significant, a standard form. 4350. Are you starting up a movie there, right? 0 0 0 0. I nearly done anyhow now. I just going on Instagram short. Movie and thing cranking up in the background. I really what to do tonight. 435. Written in the standard form. So writing this in standard form. Let's bring it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 4.35 multiplied by 10 to the power of 7 is the answer. This is center question. That percentage thing I talked about that already. If the sale of an article results in a loss of 20% on the cost price, then the cost price as a percentage of the selling price. Now we do this last chain up question. If the sale of an article gives a loss of 20% on the cost price, then the cost price as a percentage of the selling price is, so what it's saying is you bought something you're 100%, 100% for it, and you lost 20%. So the cost price as a percentage of the selling price has to be bigger. Anyhow, let me see what the answer is, because the selling price, you sell it for less. So this is like 75%, this is like 80%, so them two answers out. This is 120%, this is 125%. Now which one of these two is the answer? The cost price must be bigger. So let's just use the 100 and the, as an example. So if you buy it for $100, you already sell it for $80. So 100 as a percentage of 80, if 80 is equal to 100%, now then 100 is equal to 100 divided by 80 multiplied by 100. Confusing as ever. What am I saying? 100 you pay for the cost price. The selling price has to be 80%. And we setting the selling price as the new 100%. So therefore 100 now would be 100 divided by 80 multiplied by 100. Yeah, that's correct. 8 into 4 into 2 into this 5 and 4 into this 25, 50. Mistake. This 2 into this is 4, 2 into this is 5, 4 into this is 25, 5 by 25 is 125. Yeah, the answer is the 125. So I already knew the answer was 125 because if you do the percentage backwards, it's not going to give you 20% extra. So you're obviously going to have to be the next answer, which is D. But I wanted to show you the actual find for one way that you do to work it out. And I think that's a wrap for tonight, folks. Anybody still want to go on some more? I see a very ancient question there in linear programming coming all the way from 767. Translation vector, we do that already, we do them thing already. Is this linear programming thing we never do before? I mean, we did it already too, but just look up my video linear programming 767 and you should be able to do that. Standard deviation, semi-interquartile range. So you do a standard deviation question. Look up standard deviation on my channel. I do. If they bring standard deviation in the exam, they're going to ask you, this standard deviation is 5, this standard deviation is 3. What I mean? The standard deviation just indicates how the spread of the value in relation to the mean value, the average value. So if you have a bigger number, you use your values further away from the mean. There's more deviation in your values from the mean value. Remember that. They could ask you that in terms of words, not really in terms of word, you know, the standard. They would never ask you to go the standard deviation. You could take that to the bank. The mean of 11 numbers is 7. One of the numbers, 13, is deleted. What is the mean of the... Alright, so the mean of 11 numbers, you have 11 numbers. Students really struggle with this question. And the mean of it is 7. One of the numbers was 13 and you take out that number. Take out 13. So what is the mean of the remaining numbers? And these are your options. 5.8, 6.0, 6.4, 7.7. To work out this question, first find what was the total. So you say 11 numbers and the mean is 7. So you know what is the total? 11 times 7, 77. If you take out 13, 13 again out, take out the mix, 13 gone, bye bye. So now it's 464. And how much numbers we have in all now? You take out that number, you only have 10 numbers now. So if you find in the average of 10 numbers that add up to give you 64, what is the mean? 64 divided by 10, 6.4 is the answer. Very simple question, very quick question. Alright people, I've seen people in the chat saying the goodbyes and thing. Let me overdo it. you could just go back and a lot of these questions you'll send in, I would say maybe 90% of the questions you'll send in are covered in some way or form on the channel within the last month or so. Somebody send back a repeat there. The rest of the night are going through these questions and just delete them. Blessings. Somebody keep repeating this. Please explain 48.621. The amount of please I've seen on some of these messages has hurt my heart. 48.621, and they want to know what's the value of that number. That's 2 over 100. This is the tenths, this is the hundredths. That's it. This can be one more distinction. No, partner, if you don't know this, you're in a tough state. Serious thing. I don't understand. Why? Blessings, and let's say your goodbyes there. Whilst I just peek through and see if anything else here would. I do this question already. This person saying, please do this, please do this. I do these questions. Alright, people. Don't forget to press like, don't forget to check MoneyGram, don't forget to check the Student Hub for resources, don't forget to check the rest of the channel for stuff. If you're a Form 4 student and you're looking to sign up, WhatsApp this number here. And I will have, like, if you're watching this in August, ending of August, so real subjects should be offered by then. Pray for you. Heavenly Father, we come together as a Caribbean today, tonight, praying that more of the same shall happen and that the students shall mash up this exam as well, and that when I put out my how was maths tomorrow, I will see the meter reading at the top level. Pray that everyone remembers, no one gets no anxiety attacks, no one cheats, no one records anything, no one whips out any paper, no one phone calls anybody and get Trinidad or whatever in trouble. And the students remain calm, put down their best efforts. We thank you for reaching 2,500 people tonight, and we pray that everyone is blessed and have a nice calm sleep before the Gonzales, and that the storm, the same way as Gonzalo, the same thing that happened to that storm would happen to these students. So when the storm fizzle out and pass, the storm hit the and between Trinidad and Tobago, Matt's looking big, bad and bold, and you'll live and mash it up just like how the storm got mashed up there. Love and blessings. In Jesus' name, amen. Let's call some names. Steve, the name's passing too fast. Amelia, Jamal, PC Gamer, Shimon, Judy, Farnaz, Aliyah, Adriana, Kyle, Kudel, Nerissa, Josh. Somebody named Banana Milk. Okay. Sarah, Jared, Marlene, Figman, Nathania, Tori, Tahila, Pegasus, Starlight, Dwight, Osafa, Tiffany, Tyrese, Kudel, Abram, Natalie, Christina, J. Raviera, Sashi G, Shanice, Sean, MJ, Tamika, Brittany, Eniolua, Ayando Kun, Katie, Mad Potato, Giovanni. Hey, bless up everybody. We outside.